All praise and honor and glory to you. How about you, Shai? Double honors to elder apostles of Great Millstone. And salutations to you, Archie, teaching all truth and sincerity. This is your brother Shaquaya from GMS Chicago. My channel is GMS Suburban Knowledge. And this is a I would say a response scripture of the day to Jeremiah 50 and 33, and I'm gonna read 33 and 34. So, and then I'm going to another scripture that I have written down um, in my notes. So I'm just gonna read Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah 50 and 33. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. So um, the the children of the children of Israel, who are so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, were oppressed together, which they were um, basically went through the same predicament. Basically, the Northern Kingdom were put on cargo slave ships, just like the Southern Kingdom. You know, the Northern Kingdom were taken to Spain, were taken to England, were taken to different parts of Europe as gifts to the kings and queens that were to the Edomite, basically, kings and queens that were ruling over there, basically. So, because of the Spaniards, like King Ferdinand and Isabella, were Edomites, and Columbus brought Taino Indians over to uh, Ferdinand and Isabella as gifts, as treasures, as spoils, basically. He brought them as gifts and on his ships that were actually paid for by the Spanish, by the Spaniard money and gold and I think silver and different amounts of jewels that them ships were actually that he was those ships where he was given, and those ships that were paid for, he brought our people, which are the Northern Kingdom um, Israelites, over on those ships back to Spain. And basically Columbus is the one is basically he started part of the slave ship, basically the slave transportation of our Taino Indians. That's the start uh, of the slave voyages, the slave trade, basically, because he traded them as gifts. And just like when Esau um, came over to the west, well, he came to Spain first. He came like first slaves, um, the first slaves for the transatlantic slave trade came from Spain, came from basically Europe, came from those lands first, and then he came to the west coast of Africa, and then those then he brought the rest of our people, the rest of the Southern Kingdom, from the west coast of Africa, and yeah, amongst those Africans near the west coast of Africa, and then once, excuse me, Slovakia, once they traded, um, they basically brought us to the Americas, brought the so-called Negro, West Indian, Haitian to the Americas, West Indies, and uh, different different lands in South America. Because it, as the scripture says, our people are scattered to the four corners of the earth. So the northern kingdom, the southern kingdom are all across the entire planet Earth. So the the thing is through enslavement, through time after time of our people going, um, our people being oppressed and being captives, and as Esau refused us to let us go, and we being participants in the wars, the armies, over time, being in society, over time being in this wicked place, our people get scattered because basically the men of Israel, you know, we don't really pass up a woman of the other day, a heathen woman that looks fine. You know, we don't pass up a heathen woman that looks great to be with. You know, like if she look good and she's willing to deal with it, they just were like, man, he's going to deal with it. So that's basically how our people get scattered also through procreation, through time of captivities. Our people have left seed in these different lands, and also through the time of the transatlantic slave trade, and through the time that Columbus came and brought the Taino Indians to Spain, and there's also Ephraimites in other countries too, because it says in Genesis, which I'm gonna go to Genesis right now, because I keep you know running off at the mouth. Uh, Let me see. Let me see 10. Uh, uh, oh, Let me see, because it's a blessing. Uh, Issachar, Gad, Asher. Yeah, this is Genesis 49 and 22. Joseph is a fruitful bow, even a fruitful bow by a well whose branches run over the wall. So Joseph uh, is a is Joseph was the father of Ephraim and Manasseh, and when Jacob blessed Joseph's children, he gave he said um, that the younger shall be fruitful. Basically, he's basically saying, and his brother Manasseh, I believe, is fruitful, but um, Jacob saw that his younger grandson from Joseph would actually be more fruitful, would have more abundance of children. Basically, he have more. He be a he have a lot of his generation would like he would generate more children uh, throughout you know throughout his line's existence. Like they would have a lot of kids. They would be fruitful and multiply basically. So I'm gonna go back to 50 and I'm gonna read 34. Uh, so uh, so this is Jeremiah 50 and 34. The Redeemer is strong. Yahweh of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. So, 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 so Yahweh of hosts is the name is his name, and he shall plead their cause that he may give rest in the land of disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. So so you know, our people, we were oppressed together. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans were oppressed together. The Northern Kingdom are our brothers, um, and we are the same people. Like we come from the same um, we come from the same forefathers: Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The 12 patriarchs. We come from the same family. It's 12 tribes, one family, multitude of nations in one family. Like I can say, like, I can give you an example. Esau is one nation, but they have different. They're one bloodline, but they all separate themselves by calling themselves German, French, um, Russian, uh, uh, what's they call themselves different nationalities, and we as a people, we just go by the tribal names of the forefathers, and that's how we identify with each tribe, by the forefather, by 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 the spirit. Basically, we identify each tribe, each family, each nation in one family, basically. So I'm gonna go to Hosea. Uh, Hold on, Slocky. Hosea, uh, chapter 7. Uh, chapter 7. I'm gonna start. Chapter 7. I'm gonna start at verse 8. Ephraim, he hath mixed himself among the people. Ephraim is a cake not turned. Um, there's a lot of Puerto Ricans that are light skinned. There's a lot of Puerto Ricans that are dark skinned. There's a lot of Puerto Ricans that are tan. There's a lot of Puerto Ricans that are, you know, basically, there's a lot of Puerto Ricans that look, more browner than others, and more, more lighter than others, but they're all the same people, you know. Most I could say, like, when the Taino Indians were conquered by Columbus, there were no original looking Taino Indians. Like, the Taino Indians used to look as dark as my skin complexion, and I'm a dark skinned. Um, I definitely believe I'm a Judite. But brothers always say that I could be Northern Kingdom because my spirit doesn't rest with being a Judite, or some about my look. But it's not about looks. It's not about how you look. And any brothers that any brothers that think that I'm talking about certain things, and I'm not trying to go into anything different when I'm trying to stay on topic, but I'm just saying, like, it's like Elder Malcolm has said, not every Israelite is going to look like this brother in the camp, Mathathia. Not everybody's going to look like Mathathia. And Mathathia, he's a dark-skinned man with woolly hair, and he has a beard, and he's a Judite. But not everybody's going to look like the Judite or original dark-skinned, woolly hair. Like every tribe has different characteristics about themselves. Some have straight hair, some have curly hair, some have woolly hair, some have curly woolly hair, some have like there's different hair textures in each entire tribe, each entire family in the same family, in the same tribal family. Like you're not all going to look like each other, but as there's many different colors in different shape, like it's like many there's Slocky. There are many different shades of brown. There's a tannish brown, light brown, uh, tan cream. Um, there's many different shades of brown. Yellow is a form of brown. That's why the Moabites look like that, because originally the Moabites were who originally the light skinned Moabites now have been conquered by the so-called white man. That's why they look so light skinned. But the actual Moabites are actually darker than the actual complexion. But anyway, our people uh, different shades of brown, and some of our people are dark skinned, and I'm one of those people that's dark skinned. I'm a dark skinned man. My father is a dark skinned man. My brother's a dark skinned man. My mom, she's like in between, like cause her father. I've never met my grandfather, but I believe if I saw him, he'd probably be light skinned. Cause my mom, her complexion is kind of lighter, and my grandmother on my mama's side is like dark. So I'm just saying, like, there's different shades of brown, but we're all the same family, and it's not about skin color. It's all about the spirit. And if your spirit rests with this, you're Israelite, and different Ephraimites have been mixed and mingled themselves with the people because they were taken to those lands like in Spain. They were taken to Europe. They were taken to all the European countries as gifts, and then they basically mixed themselves with those people. And when Columbus came, his people mixed himself with the Taino Indians. They had sex with those women and Taino, and the men of our men of our nation basically slept with the Taino, slept with those women, or slept with those children, or slept with those women or those children that came out of those situation. Like, because I believe some of those Taino Indians that had children by the so-called white men, who's Esau, if they had daughters, those daughters were given into basically marriage to the men of the Taino tribes. So basically, that's how over time, when the white man comes in and he rapes, rob, and murder your people, and takes over your land, and kills off a lot of your people, a lot of the men of your people, and what is left is a few amount of men, a few amount of women, and all is left is tares amongst the wheat in the midst of your people. You got, I believe, like, there was no original look of that people after that. There was no authentic look of the natives back before Columbus came. Like, after Columbus came and left, the original look of the natives was actually, take basically taken away and was gone from the people. So I'm gonna read 9, and and it says, strangers have devoured his strength, and he knoweth it not. Yet gray hairs are here and there upon him, yet he knoweth not. So the strangers that devour have his strength are the heathens, that the Edomites that came and raped, robbed, and murdered the people, the natives, basically the Northern Kingdom, and basically destroyed the native look, the authentic native look of the people, and because Esau came and basically raped and robbed and murdered half the men of the tribes, and killed off a lot of them, and killed off a lot of tribal members with disease and basically germ warfare, chemical warfare, a lot of things Esau did was you a very abominable and foul. You know, like most things he did, our people wouldn't do to him personally. But that's why Esau is going to get that 1,000 years of slavery. He's going to get double what he did to our people, especially to the northern kingdom. He's going to get double, especially to Gad and Reuben and all northern kingdom, especially southern kingdom. We are definitely going to get payback for all the things that Esau and these heathens did to our people, especially Esau. So, and I'll read and I'm gonna basically end it with just uh, showing the 12 tribes chart. Basically, just gonna show that right quick. Hold on. This is the quickest one. Gosh. Hold on, I'm gonna get a better one. I don't know why I did that one. It's lucky, man. Uh, like, uh, so, let's see. Oh, here it is, Slocky. So the Northern Kingdom is our people. They are our brothers. They are our family. We are the same people. Um, I got family members that are, I believe, Northern Kingdom. You know, and and this proves that the so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans are the biblical children of Israel of the Holy Bible. The Halbashim Shai is our Father, and this truth is going to be preached to the four corners of the earth. Um, and I would like to say all praise and glory to Halbashim Shai, Damas, the elder apostles of great millstone, the leaders all of Israel today, and salutations to you, Aki, teaching all truth and sincerity, and risking your lives and freedom to do so. And I would like to say shalom, and shalom to the elect, and I'm gonna say shalom.